Hello everyone, it's Amy, and I am here to show you the things that I made for Annie, who is Rosieposiecrafts, and she is having her triple whammy challenge. So go on over to her channel and check it out. So she is going to have two prizes. She hasn't decided yet what they're going to be, but I'm sure that they will be wonderful because she said that she's going to make them. So that will be a great prize to win. And it is her triple whammy challenge because her birthday was December 9th, and she is coming up on her 1 year YouTube anniversary on January 4th. And she had, at that time, almost 200 subbies, now over 200 subbies. And that's why she called it her triple whammy challenge. So I am posting this after she gets it. So she's already seen the things I sent, but I thought that I would just go over them a little bit. And Annie likes wood. She said she likes all things made out of wood. And so at the time that she posted her challenge, I was just making some wooden buttons for a craft fair that I was going to do. And the first thing that popped into my head was, I'm going to send her some so that she can use them on whatever she would like to. And so I just have a package of these large wooden buttons and 4 hole buttons, and then some smaller 2 hole buttons. And then, because I like things with patterns on them, I made some wooden discs with some wood burning on them. And so you can just use those for anything, but they don't have holes like buttons. So I had made these 3 things for her. And then one thing that I thought of was years ago I had made myself some little trains for Christmas time. And so I thought, well, I'm going to make her some of those. And so on hers I painted them. Mine were just regular wood. But I made this little caboose out of a sassafras tree limb. And then I used the sassafras tree to cut all of the wheels for these. And then just a small slab and an even smaller slab of wood for the roof and the bottom of the caboose. Or not the caboose, this would be the engine. So just flattened it in the back and used my bandsaw to just cut a couple of little lines there to make it wide enough for a little window. So this is the engine, and this is, I did them in red and green for Christmas colors. And then we have here the little coal car, and I just took some little teeny tiny rocks that I had. Can't really see that they're individual, but there's a bunch of little rocks there, and I painted them all black and then just glued them on there like it was a pile of coal, again with the little stick wheels. And after I painted them, I did distress all of the edges and everything to kind of make it look old. And then we have the passenger car. I did that one again in green so that we could go green, red, green, and just distress the edges. Again, I used my saw to cut little lines in there for the windows for the passenger car, and then I have the little wheels, and so those can just set up anywhere just like that. So you've got the little mini train, and so that was wood, and I thought that she would like that. And then paper is made from wood, so I made this poinsettia flower, and I did put this pink acrylic flower, so that's not made out of wood, but I did put that in the center. And this was made out of some textured wallpaper that I had, and I used my die cutting machine to cut it out. And then I just sprayed it with some red spray, and it only stuck in the background of that textured paper. So the rest of it, well, it's a lighter color on the foreground, which is kind of like velvety. So I thought that those turned out pretty, so I thought that she might like one of those. So other than the center, that's wood too because paper's made out of wood. And then I made a few of these little just embellishments. And there's a little rose and a little clock. And then there's a little heart. And finally, a little shell. And these are made from pressing wet toilet paper into a mold. You just tear off little tiny pieces and just get them wet and use your paintbrush and just push them down into the mold. Now this one, I put a piece of tissue paper in first and then put in the toilet paper in little bits, and that's where it got its color. And that's how both of these were done, with a piece of tissue paper laid into the mold first. And then when you get it completely full of toilet paper, really wet toilet paper, then you take a napkin or paper towel and push really hard on it to kind of soak some of the water out and to really press that down into the mold. And then you let them dry. And I did see this on YouTube a long time ago. I could not tell you where I saw it from, but it really works well. And the thing is that they are light. Now these ones I didn't put any tissue paper in, I just did the toilet paper, and they can be painted or sprayed or whatever you'd like to do. So, and then you can just Mod Podge them, um, to keep them. I would think you wouldn't want to get them too wet. I don't ever get them too wet, so I've never really thought about that, but you wouldn't want to get them too wet. You'd want to use a regular paint, not a really watered down paint, and probably not a spray. But I thought those were pretty, and again, toilet paper, it's made out of wood. So everything that I'm sending that I made for Annie has been made out of wood, and so I have a little train here that she can put somewhere by her tree, and then some embellishments that she can use for whatever she would like to use them for. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.